Now what I've got here and what I would recommend for you when you're using these fabulous big stamps is our magnetic stamping platform. And I've just got a piece of white card on here because I want to show you how much easier this will help you stamp and how easy it will make it for you. So what I've got is a piece of white card, and I've got my little magnets on there keeping my piece of card still. And then I've got my main sentiment. When I look at snowflakes, when I look at a snowflake, you come to mind because just like a snowflake, you're one of a kind. And now what I'm going to do is put my 8x8 top on and then press it down, and that picks up my sentiment and it's in the perfect place to position it. So I'm going to ink it up. Now, the reason I love to use the magnetic stamping platform with this, Joe, is if you don't get, because these are really big stamps, and so I know some of us can sometimes miss a little bit and we get frustrated if it's a big stamp. If you use it with your stamping platform, you're not going to get that happening. So I've just moved my magnets and I'm just moving them out of the way. So you see what I do is I put my platform down, see where my stamp is, see where my magnets are, and then just wiggle them so that they're holding the card down, but then these magnets are not going to interfere with my stamp. And that's because obviously you've got that fantastic distance on your magnetic platform, and that means you can do all of this organisation before you commit. Now once you've got that ready and you're ready to commit, then you push down. Now when I push down, what happens is the stamp engages with the card underneath, and then I pick it up and I've got a really lovely stamped sentiment there. And we can see that it's actually pretty perfect the first time. But what I would like to show you is if I want to just intensify that a little bit, or just make it a little bit deeper in colour, or if I think it isn't quite caught in a particular area, because I'm using my magnetic stamping platform, I can go back and fully ink this stamp again. And because I've got those magnets holding my piece of cardstock down, I can pop this back on, and then it's in the perfect position. You can see looking overhead there that it is completely over the top of it. It isn't shadowed. And then when I press down again, I get a more intense, deeper colour, but it's exactly over the top. And I love to do it with a sentiment like this, because if it wasn't exactly over the top, this, just because Leica, would now be a smudge. You wouldn't be able to read it. And it's fantastic for being able to pop it back on, go back and ink it, or even do as I'm doing and pounce in certain areas because of the sprung legs that you've got around the outside, which allows you to intensify the colour of your stamped finished result, but it really is perfect. Now I stamped another sentiment here. I got my little kindness is like snow, it beautifies everything it covers. I love that one. That's going to go as my verse inside, and that's the other thing you can do with these. You don't just have to use them as one finished sentiment, you can use them in pairs if you want to. So that one has gone inside to make the inside of my card lovely. So that's my verse, and then my outside one is going to go on here, and I'm going to 3D this up actually rather than having it flat. I did it flat on my original card, but I quite fancy 3Ding it up and having a little bit of dimension on there. So there we go. When I look at a snowflake, you come to mind, because just like a snowflake, you're one of a kind. And then just do a couple of little die cut snowflakes, pop them on the outside, and be able to make a real statement and wish somebody the message, the real meaning of Christmas for you and them, whatever it means to you.